second.
Okay.
Let it run.
Let it run. Let it run.
Episode 43.
You're just throwing off on my timestamps now.
Episode
Okay, whatever.
43.
Stop.
Well, you've been typing them anyway. Alright, 3, 2.
Episode 43. Episode 43. Episode 43 of the NOLAnerdcast. It's coming to you today. 43. Episode 43 of the NOLAnerdcast. 43.
I like that.
Episode 43.
That was better
Alright,
than normal.
okay, let's
Alright, now,
not go crazy.
yeah, not doing too great anymore.
I'm cool with that.
That's fine. I liked it.
Oh.
A plus.
Hey, I'll take an A+.
I'm okay with that.
I don't.
We've had better, but we've also had worse.
That's true. We have.
Scott sang our intro for forever.
Yeah, I missed that intro.
Well, maybe when he comes back.
What was his intro like?
You know,
What was it like?
it was very high pitched.
Yeah, he would always
It was a little Aaron Neville-y.
yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know much, but I know I love you.
That's
exactly.
funny.
For Cersei.
I know that episode 43.
Alright, you get it. It's
Oh.
episode 43.
Oh.
We have moved on.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. And it is Thursday, y'all. Late. Oh, I thought he was just saying it's Thursday, y'all. It is Thursday. We are one day later than normal. But you know what? It happens.
Whatever.
Deal with it, nerds.
We decided it would be more fun to compete against Thursday Night Football. Really see where the loyalties lie.
Sports ball
Wait,
is happening
who's playing?
tonight. Two teams from two cities that you don't care about.
I got this, you guys. Hey Siri, who's playing football tonight?
The Jaguars are behind the Titans.
Oh, Jaguars and Titans. Oh,
The
how?
Jaguars.
First of all, why is Siri British?
Because you could change your
Yeah,
setting.
mine too. Mine's
I wanted,
Aussie.
I wanted a British lady.
Hey Siri.
Oh, you know. Tell Steven.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Figure it
yeah,
out.
oh no, we don't.
Nope, not opening. So yeah, compared to that, we're fucking gold.
We are gold.
This is the episode where Chris will
Nope.
play a VR horror game.
Nope.
Ooh, do we have one?
Nope.
do.
There's no time before
Actually,
Halloween.
here, can you grab the headset? I'm just gonna put it on.
No.
Just for funsies.
There's no time before Halloween to play a horror game. Besides, I played Outlast this week. I'll talk about that.
Ooh, Outlast
Oh,
is so
that,
good.
That was
That is so-
a terrible idea.
Oh, that game is so good.
So it's not actually on, so I don't see anything. But I probably look super cool, right?
Oh, he looks stupid.
Oh. No, I look cool.
No, he looks stupid.
Right, Chris?
I've seen cool
On a
looks.
scale of 1 to 10, hold up your fingers so I know you hold up a 10. How cool am I right now?
I mean, you're like.
There's definitely a 10.
There's definitely some fingers.
I'm
on
definitely showing a 10.
yeah, awesome. I figured.
Yeah.
And I don't have to look because I trust you.
And you know what?
I know, right?
Caitlin
Yeah.
said you look lame. What? What a Judas.
Okay. NorCal 916
Yes.
just asked, are we excited for Punisher Iron Fist?
The answer is
The
yes.
answer is 100% Iron Fist more than Punisher because Iron Fist is the reason
For the season.
that I was even excited initially about the Netflix shows.
Okay.
I was like, Daredevil? Sure. Jessica Jones? Really? Luke Cage? Alright.
No.
Iron Fist? Yes.
Now I know how Daredevil feels.
The answer is excited for Punisher Iron Fist. Yes.
Yes. But I had to make that
You didn't have to.
clarification. I did.
No, you didn't.
Because I love Iron Fist.
So whatever. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Doug's a big stupid head.
All right. So let's wrap. What are we rapping about this week?
Well, why don't we start off by talking about what we played?
Okay.
Let's talk about a week. You know, you started off with Outlast. So, Chris, first of all, I'm shocked that you played Outlast.
So me.
For those that don't know,
I'm a coward.
we both are.
Yes.
Although I would like to point out that during the E3 where Silent Hills was released as PT, Chris hid right behind this couch and did not get up to watch the game.
It was very spooky.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. Here's what happened. Me and the missus are at home.
No, it's what happened was.
What happened was, me and the missus were at home looking for a game to play because we played Until Dawn, and Until Dawn is way worse every time you replay it because you can't skip and you can't run, and it's exhausting to go through. So we're looking, and I was watching a Let's Play, and then we're playing Outlast. She's like, why don't we just play Outlast? And I said, okay, sweetie, whatever you say. So, yeah, I downloaded it, and we started playing it, and
Oh, you had to pay for it?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if only when it was free on PlayStation Plus, you did the thing where you just click add to library all the time.
Shut up.
You know, just for
No one asked you. So we started playing it, and no, there's no time. She was not aware of all the jump scares in the first couple of minutes. So she didn't do great, and then there was a part she couldn't beat, so I had to play it, and that was awful.
Did you pee yourself?
No, but I definitely had a little bit of anxiety, and I was just sitting there like, I fucking hate this stupid game. I hate this stupid game so goddamn much. Why is this guy walking back and forth? Why can't I do anything besides hide? I hate this game. Having said that, it's a tremendous game.
It's great.
I can't wait for Outlast 2.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. It's not happening.
Until Callie says it's happening.
Oh, it's happening.
We gotta beat Outlast 1 first, and that I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's not that long of a game.
Having said that, it's a tremendous game. The fact that
Is it huge?
No. The fact
Huge game. Huge.
The fact that you can't fight and you're locked
No,
up.
he says you have to play
Nope.
Outlast 2 while locked and handcuffed.
Nope, not happening. So the fact that you have to run and hide is really exciting and it really drives up the tension, especially when enemies coming at you in the dark and you have no batteries and everything's misery. I appreciate that. It's not for me. It gives me such anxiety.
Also, I forgot to say that today we are sponsored by Chocolate Teddy Grams.
We're not.
Nabisco is a huge partner with the.
Where's that check from Nabisco?
Oh, I spent it. We got the VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave us a VR.
And I'm out of here.
Chocolate Teddy Grams. All other flavors suck a dick.
I don't know.
Hashtag
No.
Nabisco.
So anyway, in addition to Outlast, pooping my pants, I played some more Mafia 3, which is it's exhausting. There's so much to do, and I'm trying to get as much done as I possibly can first.
Mm-hmm.
And
see, that's the thing with these open world games.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there and like Xenoverse came out, 2K17 is desperately calling for my attention, and Dishonored is in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And I'm just like, Mafia, I love you.
But we need to hurry this up.
Why do you make me do this?
But the story.
Story's great. Story is maybe one of the best stories I've ever played. It's very, very good.
Yes.
It's a little funky, and that's okay. It's like Saints Row, where Saints Row's a little funky, but you're kind of okay with it. I feel the same way.
Okay.
And that's really all I played this week.
All right. Josh, would you do a favor and get that box for me right there?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Doing a lot of like moving and
Yeah.
lifting and picking up
Well,
stuff.
I want
You look so comfy.
I want you desperately to feel useful.
I always feel useful.
So, this is what I played this week.
We're also sponsored by Dragon Ball.
We are also sponsored by Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, the Collector's Edition, Electric Boogaloo. I played it, I dabbled, I didn't even play that much on this, I dabbled. Because my main brunt of gaming this week has been Rise of the Tomb Raider, the PS4 20th Anniversary Edition.
Which is
Which
exciting.
also has a VR component to it, which is awesome.
Ooh.
You get to go through Croft Manor and
I would like to-
enjoy all of that
I would like to try that out.
in the VR. Okay, I'll pop it
I
up for you.
thought Rise of the Tomb Raider was an incredible game that came out at the wrong time last year.
And that was the thing. It really did. It came out in the middle of a crowded November alongside Star Wars Battlefront, Fallout 4, Call of Duty.
The same day as Fallout 4.
It was a terrible idea. And this year, it came out at the beginning of October, before the holiday
madness.
rush. So I actually got a chance to actually dedicate myself, and the game says I'm 70% done. So
Okay.
I'm powering through it. Then I'm gonna hit up the Baba Yaga DLC.
I love the optional tombs. They have so much thought put
They're
in
my
them.
favorite part because every one of them, when it clicks and you realize what you have to
Yeah.
do, like when I was on the phone with you because it was killing me. I could not wrap my mind around one of the things, and as I'm talking through it with him, there was a moment where he just hears, oh, and then I did it. It was amazing.
It's such a shame because if this had come out in like June or July of this year, people would be talking about Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I don't understand why they continuously insist that these games that aren't first-person shooters, which are the only genre that can carry themselves through the holiday, they were like, no, it has to be holiday. I'm like, why? June and July are empty.
Oh, yeah. Tomb Raider during June or July would have been amazing.
It would have killed. And it makes me sad because Rise of the Tomb Raider is never going to get the kind of love that it deserves because it came out in bad periods.
It always does.
And you know what it's going to be? It's going to go on PlayStation Plus or X Games with Gold, and someone's going to get it, and it's going to sit there until like a dark period, like 3 years from now, and they'll be like, "Oh man, that was really good." Yeah.
Until the trilogy, the third part of the trilogy comes out, because you know there's going to be a third one.
Well, it should. It deserves it.
Besides that, I began dabbling in World of Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Man, if you like Square Enix games from the Super Nintendo and PlayStation 1 era, this is a love letter to you. Besides that, that was pretty much it. I've got a lot on my docket coming up this week, game-wise, but that's all I played. What about you, Josh? You too?
I did a little bit of the Resident Evil, the remake thingamabobby, but the controllers are so god awful that I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is torturous. But did a little Destiny here and there, and worked. I worked a lot. Real life.
So, Josh, I have a
here.
question for you, Josh.
What you got?
Last week, after I left, you tried out the PlayStation VR.
I did. I got to try out the VR, and it is amazing, but it scares me.
Okay. You mentioned this earlier. Why does this scare you so much?
It scares me because this is way too close to that cyberpunk Uncanny Valley line, where the virtual space seems so good, and it's like when I took it off, it was jarring. And the problem that I have is that it's not with the technology. I think the technology is amazing. It's with the consumer. I'm afraid of the psychological implications that this is going to pose on individuals.
It certainly could affect them because, if you recall, we had that issue with Avatar, the James Cameron where people were getting lost in Pandora and spending all their days in theaters.
Yeah.
I think we'll see a similar thing with this. It's fascinating you say that because by all accounts, or at least the accounts I've read, the PlayStation is probably on the weaker end of the VR spectrum.
Yep. Yeah.
But and we're only looking at the very first model games, so who knows how good they will get in the future.
Oh, definitely. And then from there is like I think because gamers have a problem with the whole thing of instant gratification, and if they're stuck in this world for the portion of their day, when they're in the real world or meat space, then I know you cringe when I say that, but when they're in the real world, they're where's the lines are going to start blurring where they're going to be. It's like, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now, I can get it now.
All I know is those humans in Wall-E look real comfortable.
They do.
Oh god, you guys.
Also, if you've not read Ready Player One, this is how it starts.
Or Sword Art Online.
I mean,
Yeah.
Or got hacked.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I'm sorry, did I go too anime for you?
Yeah.
Mason gets it. I went full on weeaboo.
Thanks.
You never go full on weeaboo.
No, you don't.
Good job, buddy.
But yeah, so PlayStation VR is officially a thing, and it's doing well. Apparently, it has exceeded Sony's initial expectations, has sold out of its initial shipments.
That's not very surprising just because it was priced so well and had the built-in PlayStation audience.
But that's what VR needed.
Yeah.
Because we got reports that the Vive and Oculus has stagnated sales-wise because the early adopters got them, but it's still too pricey with not enough software to get casual people on board. Because again, we're looking at an $800 or $600 investment on top of the need of a 2,000 plus gaming PC to run. Whereas the PSVR, it's $399, and you already have a PlayStation. That's all you need.
Yeah.
There is no setup. There is no weird. It's the ease of use of a console with something as technical as VR, and that's why it's successful.
There are a lot of games out for it right now.
And also, shockingly enough, if you put up the launch lineup of PlayStation VR versus actual console launch lineups, PlayStation VR ranks in the top 5 of all-time launch lineups.
It has a lot.
Who's got the number 1 launch lineup?
It's never a Nintendo system. Like, even looking back, the 64 launched with 2 games.
Yeah.
Wave Race and Mario.
Yeah.
No, not even Wave Race. It was
Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings 64 and Mario.
Yeah. The Super Nintendo launched with 2 games.
Pilot Wings and
Super Mario. It was just... So Nintendo systems never have good launch libraries. I think the best launch library... What would you say, Chris?
I don't know, because I don't know enough launch libraries.
Xbox 360 had a really good launch.
It had
360 had a very strong
Cameo,
launch.
and...
Perfect Dark.
Oh, yeah, Perfect Dark sucked, though.
Call of Duty 2.
That's a good one.
Condemned. I remember was the big one.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Condemned? I don't know. I'll have to think about
happened.
that. We'll come back to that.
We lived through Condemned.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the PlayStation 4 had a really good title launch because they had a lot of games that were on the...
Killzone, Knack, a lot of good third-party games.
Yeah, Black Flag was really good.
Yeah, no problem. PS3 had Resistance. It wasn't a great launch title.
Yeah, Resistance was fun.
PS2 had a shit launch lineup, I know that.
It had the bouncer. And,
it wasn't
oh,
even
wow,
launch
that was...
That was launch window.
Oh, yeah.
It had Fantavision. Buzz Quiz World was awesome.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
We got to make our own quizzes.
I remember we couldn't play against each other anymore.
Yeah, because I got mad at Chris. He has unnatural good guessing skills.
Oh, that's awesome, Chris.
So playing trivia games with him is a lesson in futility and frustration.
Because I also buzz really quickly and then I guess.
Yeah, he'll like just buzz in real quick before he's even read the question and then guess. Completely defeating the
So he's right.
But Buzz Quiz World, you could go online to the Buzz website and design your own quizzes that would then get imported into the game.
That's cool.
So you could customize quizzes. So I made a Final Fantasy VI quiz and nerdy shit, and then we made a quiz about our friendship, and I started making the quizzes really hard just to watch him fail.
Oh,
yeah.
That's cute.
It was great.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Next, well, there's one really huge piece of gaming news that happened, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
The first up is Pokemon Sun and Moon dropped a new trailer today. The final trailer.
Ooh.
The game comes out.
Hold on, let's see
I
it.
gotta tell you,
No internet.
I'm wavering a little bit on Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Why is
Have
that?
you seen the new trailer?
No, but I watched on YouTube the demo. I watched someone play the demo and riding a Taurus. And,
No, you could get the demo right now, and that way you could get Ash Greninja when the game comes out.
but I'm not sure if I'm getting it.
But then if you play the beta, you'll at least have the free Pokemon just in case. There's literally no downside.
There's plenty of downside.
Also, the beta will help you decide whether you want it or not.
That's a good point.
It's almost as if that's the point of a demo.
He's making really good logic
I know, which
here.
is weird,
This
right?
is happening.
Matthew has logic on point today.
Alright, I'll start downloading it tomorrow.
Gangster.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the new trailer came out and officially proved that the leaks from months and months ago of the final starters was real.
Right?
Yeah.
So the grass owl now becomes a grass ghost archer.
That's
kind
awesome.
of cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic. No.
Fantastic?
No.
Fantastic?
Come on, you're really stretching. That's from me. I'm telling you, your pun is too
Yeah.
weak. And for the first time, the starter is not firefighting.
It's fire.
It's fire dark, and it is a wrestler. It was a lion wrestler,
Which is cool.
and his special ability is called the Darkest Lariat.
Yep. It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
Uh,
I thought you said you hadn't seen it.
I saw some of it.
Okay. And then finally
The fairy water?
The fairy water.
Yeah, we'll just...
It's a mermaid seal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't feed into his terribleness. You're a liar. It's why. So yeah, we got those three, and then we got the surprise announcement of who the actual final bosses of the game will be.
Who is it?
Who?
Blue and Red. You fight Gary and Red from the original Pokemon Red and Blue. They've aged them up to be like 20-somethings.
Hot 20-somethings.
And the hottest of the 20-somethings. Chris, they actually look fucking baller.
I know.
It's amazing.
I've been on Twitter today. I've seen them.
You literally told me you hadn't seen the trailer.
I hate you
so much.
I had not seen the trailer, but I had seen everyone's
Everything
reaction.
else.
Okay.
I love the relationship you guys have.
Best
Me
friends.
too. Come on, you just said best friends. Yay.
Yay!
Okay, besides that, you want to know the two things I never thought we'd be able to say?
What?
That The Last Guardian has gone gold, and that Final Fantasy 15 has gone gold.
I don't see that as...
Both of the games are finally done. Both games we have waited over a decade for, and both games will be coming out within 2 weeks of each other.
And surprisingly, I'm more excited about the Final Fantasy game than The Last Guardian.
To be fair, so am I.
Hey, I'm just trying to do what
No.
they said.
No. To be fair, I'm much the same way because I could not give less of a crap about The Last Guardian.
Like, I think if The Last Guardian was a PlayStation 4 launch title, that would have been solid. But since it's been so long, I'm kind of just like...
It's like, but no, because here's the thing, it's like Final Fantasy 15. It's been so long, but who cares if it's good?
Yeah, but this is the thing. There hasn't been a good Final Fantasy in a while.
Okay, here's another great thing about Final Fantasy that came out this week. What's up, Stephen Brim? People that they're under an embargo for reviews, but they were authorized to give their impressions of the first 15 hours, and every single outlet is just raving that this is, multiple times was quoted as being a return to the greatness of Final Fantasy.
Which is great.
And that makes me so happy.
And I'm more excited for a good Final Fantasy than a good Last Guardian.
That's fair.
Also, the time window comes where Final Fantasy is dropping on the 29th. It's going to be a rare person that finishes it
And then
before
jumps into
Last Guardian
Yeah.
comes out.
Although I will give Last Guardian credit, pushing it back to December gives it its own breathing space.
No, I just thought about...
Because otherwise it would have been Tomb Raider syndrome.
There's going to be great timing because when you're done with Final Fantasy 15, Persona 4 is going to be out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or 5.
Earlier
5.
than that,
Persona 5.
Earlier than that, for the more weeaboos of us,
5.
January is the new Tales game, Tales of Berseria, RPG on PS4. February, late January, early February is the new Digimon game.
Yep.
And then we get Persona 5.
Yeah, Persona 5.
And then later that month, we get Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh!
And later that month, we get South Park Fractured But Whole.
Oh!
Yeah. And in January, we also get Gravity Rush 2, Resident Evil 7. The first 3 months of 2017 is insane.
I'm predicting a lot of those things getting shuffled. It's
And
too insane.
It is. And also, that's actually perfect timing to bring into our next big topic.
Yeah.
Because you know what else is coming out in March to really make that month insane?
The Switch!
What?
The Switch.
The Switch.
The Switch!
Let's
The
talk
Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
So we all watched the trailer again tonight. Cool millennials on their rooftop parties taking out their tablet and playing Mario and then going home to their big screen TV and connecting it. So here are the positives I have for the Switch. Number one, it's really cool.
Oh, it is.
It's such a unique idea, and I think it's exactly what Nintendo has wanted their ecosystem to be for a very, very long time.
Type cool little stuff. But
Portable and home combined in one beautiful package.
it's a better name.
It's a
First time in a while that they've had a good name for a system.
Yeah, because it's true. Because also when you say Switch is kind of a dumb name, but when you see what it's switching, it makes sense.
But it's also one of those fantastic words that when you first hear it, you're like, "That's a dumb name for a system."
Yeah.
But then the more you think, it just clicks.
Mhm.
Oh, I have a Switch.
Like, it's almost like a switch goes off,
Stop.
and you're
Oh,
just
no.
like,
No,
stop.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that was a good one.
No.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's really cool. and I've got a lot of potential because it's the most visually exciting Nintendo system we've seen, more so than the Wii U, which was neat, but we were more concerned whether it was a Wii or
An add-on
thing. So here's my issue with this, because they showed Skyrim running as a demo thing.
Which is a terrible idea. Who plays Skyrim?
Seriously, but also the tablet portion is going to be so powerful. It's going to have to be so powerful to do all this nonsense.
Right.
And I have concerns about the battery life, the power of the system in order to run all this stuff. Because I don't doubt that they can get the television portion to work. It's when you snap on and take it with you to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Likely.
What's the battery life on that tablet?
Yeah.
Rumor 3 hours.
Okay, that's not.
It's kind of like a Game Gear. Remember the Sega
But
Game
here's the thing about the tablet thing. Nintendo said this is a home console with a portable function, and also I also firmly believe that third parties will create battery packs and extenders.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Here's okay. Before I jump into all the things I like about it, I guess I will talk about one of my fears, and not for me personally, but for families.
Sure.
That sure is a lot of removable, aka losable parts of a system
and that's
for kids.
I just don't
That's my
feel like
second thing.
I don't feel like it's going to be. Look at that commercial. It's not catered to children.
No, and that was one point I wanted to bring up, is that for the first time, Nintendo's marketing really seems to get it right, because not once during that entire reveal did they show kids or families.
Yeah.
It was all 20-somethings playing it, because Nintendo knows they have the kids and families on lock. You don't need to cater
they're
to
aging.
them.
They're now aging with their
Well, it's not
market.
even that. Why advertise to the clientele that's already going to buy your system?
Yeah.
That also brings up my second kind of point is it's showing off a lot of things, but is it going to be the typical Nintendo thing where if you're picking out the tablet from its slot and you drop it and it cracks, are you going to be able to buy a replacement tablet, or are you screwed?
Right. Because apparently the feel is very good for the two split-away parts.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but then the actual Pro controller they have, apparently is on par with the Xbox One in terms of ergonomic feel and quality, which is a great controller. So,
Yeah, I can't make any judgment on it. It looks the split-apart controllers look kind of odd.
I will say, just Nintendo's really good about making their controllers feel good.
It reminds me a lot of the nunchuck.
Yeah, I mean
function.
I think that's where they're going
and
for.
that worked to an extent.
But they've admitted that you need more buttons, and so they actually have everything on it.
But we won't know until we see demos in stores.
However, if I may,
You may.
So what I'm really excited about this is it's a Nintendo system that is on par power level with PS4 and Xbox One, which means it can finally get third-party games and not just dumbed-down ports like the Wii U version.
And it looked like they had the support. They were showing NBA.
They showed support. So first of all, getting Skyrim on the system is a huge deal.
It's a huge get. It's the enhanced version too.
Exactly. Games like that, Bethesda's never been on Nintendo consoles.
Not at all.
So, and then getting sports games. You know, you joke about a sports game, but then you realize that the Wii U got 0 sports games. It had none. And when you have a console without EA support or 2K support, that's a big
because
blow
it
to your
didn't work
system.
out with the Wii.
Exactly. But it looks like they're getting that back because companies don't have to do something special to get their game on your
Right.
system. With the Wii, they actually had to dedicate a team to make a less powered version of their game. Same with the Wii U. With the Switch, since it's basically the same as the PS4, Xbox One, they don't have to worry about that now. It's just make a Switch version.
Yeah.
It's the same as porting over to the PS4, Xbox One. My issue is, will that matter? Third parties on Nintendo systems are notoriously fickle. They might come out with launch games, but if people don't buy the third-party games...
That's true, because these are, like, if you look at Skyrim, it's already been a game that people are going to purchase again now with their Xbox One or their PlayStation 4. These are people who have already gotten it before. It's not like they're going to buy a Switch and just get Skyrim. It's kind of like, I've already played this game. Now, it's good for people who are dedicated to Nintendo, or if they only get
But see,
Nintendo systems.
I hope it really works because my biggest knock against Nintendo for the past decade plus has been, without third parties, you will never be successful.
Well, that's
People
true.
are like, but the Nintendo games are so good. I'm like, yes, of course they are. But that's not enough. Your system cannot thrive with 2 releases a year.
But
You need those third parties.
But it's also another thing. It's like, if this is already on par of the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One power, that's 3 years ago.
Well, yeah. But Nintendo is not about competing with the PS4, Xbox One.
But in order to have third parties,
You have to, which is why it's a compromise. It's as powerful as the current systems, which is all you need to get third parties on board. Now people just
but
need to buy
for
it.
another few years
Correct.
into the next.
But that's what happens with Nintendo in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And actually, they just announced that it will support up to 128 gigabytes of game data. They just said that there's going to be game cards up to 128.
And that's another thing to talk about is that they're going back to cartridge-based.
They are, and that'll actually probably help out with the load times.
Yes. Solid-state kind of memory cards. you know.
We'll see how that goes.
That's a very interesting, and it honestly, once we got solid-state cards, we really should have been going back to that as opposed to optical discs in the first place.
Well, here's the most important thing that's going to dictate, because I guarantee Nintendo, one of the topics I want to talk about is Nintendo last night had their investor conference where they announced all their fiscal data and their promises for the next fiscal year.
Yeah.
And they have said that they plan on selling 2 million units in March, which, you know what? Pretty ballsy for Nintendo to claim.
2 million.
They want to sell 2 million Switches in a month of March, and I think they can. And you know why? Brand new Mario, a true sequel to Mario 64 launching.
Okay.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild launch title.
It's gonna launch.
Wait, what?
It's actually
Yes,
gonna launch.
it's a launch game.
Okay.
And then Switch remasters of Mario Kart 8, which people found on the trailer might actually be a new game because it showed double dash mechanics.
Oh, cool.
And remasters of Splatoon
Right.
and Mario Maker.
Right.
So that's a solid fucking lineup just of Nintendo IP.
Yeah.
But we all know what really matters.
Well,
Is there going to be a Metroid game?
no.
I think there will.
I don't think there is.
Because here's my take on why they haven't announced a Metroid game in the past 2 years. Because they knew they were killing off the Wii U. And why release their Metroid game on a system that no one was going to buy it on?
That's true. But I just don't think they have the heart in them. Like, they have to get a whole new studio to do it, like they did with Prime. They can't do it. Nintendo can't do it. They have to have a whole new studio.
Bet me $5 that a Switch game will be announced. Maybe not come out, but be announced in 2017.
I'll bet you $5.
Gentleman's bet.
Gentlemen's bet, $5.
You want in on that action?
No, I'll believe it when I see it.
That's why we're betting.
That's what we're
No.
betting.
Anyway, the sun is a star.
It's a star,
Pretty sure it's a star.
and the Earth is not flat. So deal with it.
My final thing to say about the Switch, before we jump into some comics and then go switch back to our discussions, is the problem I have with Nintendo as a whole, as a corporation, their marketing strategy, because it boggles the mind. And a lot of people have given their takes on it over this past week.
Scorching
But-
hot takes.
Nintendo has announced that 3-minute video will be all we hear about the Switch until their new conference on January 17th. And I have a problem with that for several reasons. One, 2 months from announcement of price and games to launch is dangerously short to give people time to save up that kind of money, put down pre-orders, and all of that.
Yeah.
2, you should be getting pre-orders now so that kids, for the holidays, can be telling their parents, what do you want for Christmas? I want the Switch when it comes out.
But the
You
market's
can
not
order it.
kids.
But it's everybody. I'm saying kids, people. What you have to understand, when people are spending their disposable money this holiday,
Right, but
They're
this actually might be smart on Nintendo, because if they're changing their market plan and they're changing their consumer, then it doesn't matter.
But they're
These
not.
people are gonna buy these games, but they don't have to be like, mommy, I want to Switch. It's like, no, they have money to do so they'll go out and buy this system. If that's the market, if millennials is the market for this system, it's gonna do really well.
I don't think you understand.
And having this information gap between the 2 months, where people are gonna play all these games and they're gonna maybe forget about the Switch, and then they do this awesome press conference and they release all the game footage and all the gameplay, and they're like, hey, next week you can go to Best Buy and try it out. Boom! It doesn't matter. It's gonna sell. If they're gonna do what I think they're gonna do.
Here's the problem, though. All that could very much be true, but it only hurts them to be radio silent for 2 months during the biggest spending season of the year. It does not hurt them to dole out the information over 2 months. Keep the hype going. What they did was, for the first time in a decade, Nintendo had built up more goodwill and hype for a system of theirs since the launch of the Wii.
Yeah.
And now, and the problem is rumors are popping up, and speculation is setting in, and they're not going to comment. The 3-hour battery life on the portable part, people are like, what's going on with that? They're not saying anything. So for 2 months, you have no possibility of increasing demand and desire for a system. You're either hoping that it remains stagnant or drops.
Yeah.
At a time when people will then be spending $400+ on a VR, on a PlayStation Pro, deciding that they're going to hold out on the Xbox Scorpio.
Yeah,
when they could be, because you have to understand, that's a huge chunk of money to set aside, maybe.
Yeah.
When there's so much coming out now. But if someone told me the price and the launch games, I could put down a pre-order and start paying it off now. Lots of people do that. They need that time to pay it off in
But
installments.
it's gonna be in March.
Exactly.
I don't remember the last time there was a system
There
that
has
was
never
launched
been.
in March.
There
So
hasn't been.
Nintendo's going to Nintendo.
To answer Jacob's question, complications popped up yesterday, and we could not stream, so we're doing it today. It's a one-off thing. Don't worry.
Nintendo's going to Nintendo.
Nintendo's gonna do what Nintendo does.
The problem is, it's just Nintendo is doing what Nintendo does, and there's a reason Nintendo is dead last in this industry now. Why they've had to go against everything they said and start making mobile games. They're killing off the 3DS. They're doing lots of things because Nintendo refuses to not be Nintendo.
Is there going to be a Pokemon for this?
There is not. But I guarantee you there will be.
If they're killing off the DS...
That's my hope. Is that we'll get a true console, handheld Pokemon game. But like that...
Yeah, we'll see.
It's just...
Here's another question.
Okay.
What about their online community?
It remains to be seen whether Nintendo has decided to finally man up and...
Join the 21st
Because we know the reality...
Is that their online's garbage?
Well, but like the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's third-party games. Kill it in their online realm.
You know what the worst part about Nintendo's online is that you bought a Wii, and if you bought any backwards, some virtual console games, that's it.
Yep.
And you bought the Wii U, and you bought different virtual console games. That's it. You just bought a box, and you threw money in it, and then you threw the box over the ocean.
Yeah. I don't understand. Nintendo's the only people that don't allow cross.
You know what I'm excited for? When the Switch goes online and they announce the virtual console and we get Super Mario Bros. 3 and Donkey Kong again.
Yeah, but not if you already bought them.
No, fuck you.
Yeah, right? Alright, what will be interesting is the new iPad Pros are rumored to be released around the same time. See, that's who Nintendo is battling.
Yeah,
Mobile.
Nintendo's battling Apple, which is really weird.
Well, because that's who takes all your all their main
But
people
this is
away.
what
That's why Nintendo.
this is what the kids are playing. These are what the children are playing. The children's playing on their phones.
That's why Nintendo, the interest in the Wii dropped like a stone after 3 years of dominating, because then the iPhone came out, and because you have to remember the Wii came out before the iPhone.
Yeah.
When the iPhone came out, and after 2 years had established itself as the place for kids to play games on cheap.
Yeah.
When the iPad came out, the Wii U was supposed to be their answer to the iPad gaming, but they have never been able to pull people back. So now they're doing a hybrid, and we're going to see how that goes.
We'll see how it goes.
All right. Oh yeah, Jacob, I guarantee if Nintendo is serious, you're going to see Nintendo unveil a paid-for online service, which is going to give more perks.
I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's talk comics for a bit.
Woo! Woo!
So we're gonna rapid fire the comics.
So I'm changing up the news a little bit because since most of it is media based, I'm just taking anything interesting I see about comics or movies.
That's good because
you can only go so many without hearing about. Did you hear they're launching an Iceman #1?
yeah.
So, I guess briefly we should talk about the Walking Dead came back and they killed 2 people. And when I found out who the 2 people were, I wasn't sure who they were. So I don't know that that's a great idea. People were mad at them.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Glenn died.
Oh, spoiler.
Oh, hold on. Spoilers, because for like a minute.
No,
because
it's fine. Show's already out. But he died in the comics.
It's true.
3 years ago. So I always knew he was going to be one of them. What surprised me was they killed a second person.
Spoiler.
I guess, but I don't know who that was.
Said that.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know who that was.
Another character that had died way off that same plot point in the comic.
Mhm.
Like, they're diverging enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
He looked like John DiMaggio.
He did.
From like the picture I saw.
Yeah.
So I was like, who's this loser that got killed? Oh, John DiMaggio.
Right.
All right. Yeah, so The Walking Dead happened, and everyone's pissy about it. Doctor Strange reviews are starting to trickle in, and it's good.
Oh, good.
It's like
People are liking it a lot.
I'm feeling like it's kind of like Ant-Man, where it's like,
Oh, man.
it's good, it's different, and it's good.
I love Ant-Man.
I do too.
Ant-Man was really...
Oh my god, Ant-Man is still one of my favorites.
I like Ant-Man the more I see it.
It's so fun. It's such a fun movie.
And I don't know that it works without Paul Rudd.
No. And his cast of characters that he has with him.
Oh, yeah. So Tim Miller was supposed to direct Deadpool 2, and they amicably split.
Yep.
Because the issue came down to money. And there were 2 scripts on the table. And one was Ryan Reynolds' very cheap, very similar to Deadpool 1 script. And the other was Tim Miller's hugely expensive, crazy script.
And you know what? In this, I'm Team Deadpool.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. He's the reason the first one was made. He's the reason the first
Team
one
Ryan
was
Reynolds
good.
on this.
Yeah.
If Ryan Reynolds is like, this is how we should make this sequel so that we don't shit the bed, then yes, because no one wanted a huge CG Fox-style Last Stand movie.
No.
Which is god-awful.
No.
Quick aside to answer a question in chat, are they making a new Assassin's Creed game? Yes, we know they are, but Ubisoft had realized that pumping out a new one every year was diluting the franchise. So now they gave the team an extra year and a half to incubate it. So when Assassin's Creed comes out in 2017, I guarantee you it's not going to be recognized. I mean, will it be recognizable as an Assassin's Creed game? But it's going to be a jump.
What do we know about this Assassin's Creed
Nothing.
game?
We don't know anything about it except they're going to have 3 times the amount of dev time on it than an Assassin's Creed game usually gets.
That's exciting.
Gonna
So
be in
we're
Russia.
gonna get a huge jump in quality, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
I'm hoping
about that.
Japan.
It's going to be in Russia.
I'm
Because
hoping
it-
Indo-period Japan.
You know why?
Nope.
What I base this off of? It's going to be the same amount of time in between Assassin's Creed 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I dig it.
So very excited about that. Please continue, sir.
Oh, thanks. People want Quentin Tarantino to direct this Deadpool 2.
No.
That's
No.
a terrible
That's an
idea.
Awful idea.
Love Quentin Tarantino. Would not put him in charge of a property
No,
like that.
not at all.
It's the worst property for him. Give him something esoteric.
No, don't give him anything. Let him do his own thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if we take Quentin Tarantino and try to make him do something like, I don't know, Howard the Duck, whatever, it's gonna be real shitty because he doesn't. It's not his thing. Jessica Jones season 2 is only going to have female directors for its run, so that's interesting.
That's
You're
cool.
welcome.
Donald Glover will be Lando for one of these new Star Wars films.
So excited.
That's really great casting.
Oh, yeah.
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 We talked briefly about the Resurrection books and their one-shots last week, but we didn't talk about the 2 new big team books, X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue.
I didn't even know there was things.
Oh, wait, that's
Yes,
happening?
That is happening with Resurrection. You know, with the Cable one, the Cable series, the Iceman series, the Jean Grey series, etc.
Right.
So they're going to have 2 new team books, Blue and Gold.
Okay.
Going
Which
back
will-
to the 90s, huh?
Yeah, it'll harken back to the 90s teams. So I'm not sure what to make of that. Brian Fuller is stepping down as the showrunner of Star Trek Discovery. Probably because he's just super busy. The Incredibles is moving up to 2018.
This makes me so happy.
Yes.
We did not need Toy Story 4. I give zero shits that was pushed back.
Wait up.
They're making Incredibles 2 earlier now.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. And this is really interesting. AT&T is going to is in preliminary talks to buy.
We can't talk about this today. We should talk about this next week.
Oh well, I'm just going to say there are preliminary talks to buy Warner Brothers and by extension DC Comics for $85 billion.
Yeah.
Yep.
We should talk about this next week.
Once it's done, because that's gonna change everything.
Yep.
Film auteur Uwe Boll has said he's not making any more movies because the market for DVD and Blu-ray has dropped so much that he can't make a profit on them.
And because all he does is direct a DVD.
Yeah. He also said that he hopes that in the future, his films will be respected and viewed as lost gems.
Nope. I've seen Blood Rain.
I've slept through most of Blood Rain. It's real shitty.
Dead or Alive?
Yeah, that's real shitty too.
Remember Postal?
Nope, didn't see it.
Exactly.
I remember. I saw In the Name of the King.
Oh yeah.
He did do that one. A Dungeon Siege Tale.
Oh.
And also remember, there were 2 Blood Rain sequels.
There was.
And I guess finally, on a sad note, Steve Dillon, the artist who made Preacher what it is and helped revitalize The Punisher with Garth Ennis, passed away.
Yeah.
It's a real damn shame.
Didn't we lose Darwin Cook this year too?
Yes.
2016 is the worst.
This is the worst year.
And we're not even talking about literally everyone else who died this year. But 2016 is a real motherfucker.
Oh my god, this is the worst year. And the Cubs might win the World Series.
Yeah.
So it's been confirmed that the Cubs have sacrificed all these celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
I know it was really sad about Darwin Cook, but he didn't really do a whole ton of interior comments. But Steve Dillon made Preacher.
There was 3 in the Name of the Kings.
What? Get the fuck out of here, Mason. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
everything. God. And he was really instrumental in bringing the Punisher back to prominence after the Punisher went through some really dark times. So it's just goddamn shame.
Quick aside on the Cubs. The chef at Superior Grill is from Chicago and has season tickets to the Cubs. And people are offering him $6,000 a ticket. And he's like, I wouldn't sell them for 10. I'm like, you are fucking... What? But then again, I guess I can't imagine. They had to make an announcement today for people to please not bring their dead family members' ashes, because apparently it's a thing where family members that were also Cubs fans that have never lived to see it. Someone last week, when they won the pennant, scattered his ashes on the outfield, and that became a viral story. So they had to ask people not to bring their ashes.
God. They're going to bring forth the apocalypse. If the Cubs wins the World Series, the apocalypse will start.
You have to imagine how many generations of Chicagoans went through without the Cubs being in the World Series. And I think there's 3 or 4 at this point.
Look, all I know is that I really wish they would now make a fall. I want Ferris Bueller, Matthew Broderick. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he go to a White Sox game or did he go to a
No, he went to a Cubs game.
He went to a Cubs game.
No reasonable human being is a White Sox fan.
Well,
true.
Also, here's the thing: you can't get Matthew Broderick out there. He's too busy hiding.
Did you see the gif of Bill Murray just breaking down in joy?
Yes. That made last week. I was getting on that busy Thursday, and since we're on,
I straight up hated the Wolverine.
So here's the thing:
and X-Men Origins Wolverine
sucks.
Was fucking garbage.
Sucks.
And yet, being burned twice, seeing this trailer for Old
This
Man
trailer
Logan,
looks 9,000 times
introducing X-23, and I'm losing my mind.
Confirmed X-23.
I'm so excited. Also, Wolverine, a woman.
Oh God.
All right. Well, whatever.
Actually, we should talk about the Mockingbird bullshit.
Yeah.
It's
What?
important.
No, I know.
Oh, the
So
Chelsea Kane.
here's what happens. Chelsea Kane is the writer of the now
that cover
ended,
is
Mockingbird.
yeah.
One of the variant covers for the final
Oh,
issue
it's awful.
was no.
What?
Are you saying the cover's awful?
It's awful.
Okay, this will
Well,
be interesting.
Wait,
The-
which cover?
The one where she's wearing. I have your women's rights.
Ask me about my feminist agenda.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then she's like almost like half naked.
No, what? No.
What?
Are you looking at the same
guess
thing?
I'm
Pull
looking
that
at the
up
same
for
thing.
us so
Let's
you
pull-
can see it.
And she's wearing like booty shorts and stuff like that. It's like
No. Here's the thing. Because
What?
the Mockingbird's book
I'm not missing.
was...
Did I look at the wrong thing?
Yeah, I think you might have, buddy.
I think I did. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about this. The controller died enough to re-enter the thing. It's that bottom right on that one.
Yeah, this one.
That's really you're saying that's terrible?
I think it's pretty terrible.
No. Here's the thing about that. It was a variant because Mockingbird was a very feminist book.
Yeah.
So it was just a variant because she had an agenda in the book.
Yeah.
And so the problem was they didn't take the anger out on the variant artist. People on Twitter launched a harassment campaign against the writer
Oh, I would not. That's not
And-
the writer. That's not the writer's like
and
doing.
chased her off Twitter. She's quit Twitter and now is talking about quitting comics
No,
in
but
general.
that's not the writer's doing though. That cover is the variant artist. That's like, Doug said it best when we were at the comic book store. That's like someone put this amazing sick beat on this hip hop song. It's so great all by itself. It's amazing. Everything about it is great. And then Lil Wayne comes and raps on top of it. That's what that cover is. This book is amazing, wonderful, so great, and then this cover's made, and you're like, thank you, Lil Wayne, for ruining it.
I think we're gonna have to disagree on that one, buddy. I don't think the cover ruined anything. The story here is how people reacted, and once again,
Well, yeah, no,
you can't be a woman writer in comics without getting harassed daily.
Which is bullshit.
And then if you are perceived as having an agenda, which that cover just flat out said, she got harassed to the point where she now wants to quit the industry.
which
That's
sucks.
the sad part.
Yeah, that's awful.
Oh, I agree, Steven. The kid from Rookie of the Year should throw the first pitch of the game. Anyway,
No.
we should talk about comics,
Yeah, 'cause
Chris.
time.
Bruh.
Here's the thing. The kid from Rookie of the Year, they should do nothing. The Cubs should not do anything. Don't get cocky. You're
true.
too close to the end. And if the rookie,
It's true.
it's like people were saying Steve Bartman, the guy who fucked up their last attempt to go to the World Series by reaching out for that foul ball, should come out and throw the first pitch. Not a fucking chance.
No.
Nope. All right, Chris. So
Yeah.
we're talking comics.
Let's talk comics.
We're gonna speedball through some of these.
Yeah.
Josh, will you be our guy?
Yeah.
And then you just sit him on Derek Muzzy. First, we're going to talk about Detective Comics 943, introducing a brand new arc of Batwoman, which I find disingenuous that Batwoman's not even on the cover. But I think we're getting a mix up of the team. We're getting Batwing is joining.
Yeah.
Stop. Also, stop bending.
that's
What's
illegal.
wrong with you?
No, I thought.
This issue sold it on me by the virtue of the strength on its new villains,
Yes.
the Victim Society.
The victims.
It's like four, I'm assuming, superpowered people who blame Batman for their lives going horribly awry.
Well, it's the reality of Batman. All
Yeah.
of his villains are created by his actions.
Yeah.
But it's Batwoman tackling them because Batwoman deals with the more mystical, magical side of things.
And Batman is too busy doing. Hey!
Hey, Banamy, look what came in.
What is that? Oh shit, that's awesome.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Did you start it up yet?
Not yet.
Okay, tell me how it is or let me know.
Oh, you're gonna come down and play it because it's got that Goku black.
Wait, is he really black?
No, it's that's the evil Goku.
I'm done with him.
Oh. I mean, no, what I meant to say was yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, then I will be down to play
Awesome.
black.
Yeah. Once he's down, I'll trick him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm really liking that, especially after Monster Man, which I liked and other people didn't care for. I like that it is getting back on pace to being the A+ book that we knew it always could be.
Yep. So after that, we had a new number one, let's talk Teen Titans #1, where Damian Wayne gets his team together.
Yeah,
Chop, chop.
we had that rebirth #1 of him gathering everyone together to become the new team, and this one is more of the same. Actually, it's just him being like, "You guys should be on my team."
Yep. And it's actually more him demanding he be on the team.
Isn't
So you
Damian
get
Wayne
the-
just out of his mind too?
You have the classic team of Robin,
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy, Raven, Starfire,
Kid
and
Flash.
Kid Flash. So
And also the return of Ra's al Ghul, which we haven't seen in a book in a very long time.
that is true.
This is a weird cover.
Yeah.
The variant cover was weirder.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it sets it up nicely and it gets me hyped for what's to come.
I agree.
And yes, we can break joysticks again. Actually, you can't, because they took out beam battles. So there's no more clashes where you have to, like, rotate the joystick too fast. Really?
Yeah.
Chris.
What? Sorry.
Alright, moving on to the Marvel side of things, we have Civil War II #6.
This is the first issue that's going a long way in kind of smoothing the edges off Captain Marvel, because she has been such a monster
Oh,
the entire
man.
series, and this one is kind of easing off that and being like, okay, she's not a monster,
Yeah.
she's just very conflicted, and I
Yeah.
like that Peter Quill comes to her side.
I will say the art in this issue, as Josh pointed out, why
The-
don't you just open up to a random page?
The artist in this run has just been fantastic.
Yes. I also really like that the main focus has now shifted to Miles Morales.
Yes, this is Stealth become a Miles Morales book.
Because now everyone has seen Ulysses' prediction of Miles killing Captain America. And I think Captain America has the best reaction.
It's true.
And that's a Captain America you can really get behind.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
fucking love that.
It's beautiful. Of course,
Yeah.
Miles is going to ruin everything.
Yep,
I hope
But,
not. I like him on
that's what happens when you deal with mind control and future vision.
Yes. So, Civil War II, it's really coming down to an interesting ending.
I agree.
I think if they're doing what I think they're going to do, they haven't set it up at all, though.
Nope.
So
You want to guess what might happen?
I
Give
believe
that Chris Nola nerd hot take.
I'm believing, and I don't know this for certain, but I'm believing that Ulysses is being manipulated because, as you pointed out, 2 Inhumans came out of his cocoon. We haven't seen what happened to the other one.
It's true.
So I believe that he's being manipulated, and if he's being manipulated to do these awful things, they haven't set it up nearly enough.
It's gonna be the Watcher.
Also, we got the stealth introduction of Riri Williams.
we did.
And-
Oh yeah, we did. We did.
Is that how we're pronouncing her name?
Riri.
Yes, okay. And with the stealth introduction of her into Civil War.
Which was really nice.
Yeah. Although I do like how it's just, hey guys, I'm here. I'm an Iron person.
And they're like, "Wow, you were really good in the battle." And
Let's
it
go.
was nice little.
I don't know. Civil War 2, pretty good stuff.
Speaking of one of the new guards jumping in, we got a one-shot issue of Miss Marvel, where she traveled back home to Pakistan.
It was really nice. I'm glad they gave Miss Marvel a break because she's been going pretty non-stop since her series started.
Also, a big fan of the artist.
Yes.
Yes.
So Kamala's fucked up everything in her life in traditional Marvel teen hero format. So she goes back to Pakistan for a month to kind of clear her head and recenter. And I think this issue had a lot of really great moments, especially the part of her being too American for Pakistan and too Pakistan for American. I think that's a really real
That's
kind
the
of
perfect,
emotion.
not foreigner aspect, but just
Immigrant
anyone that-
aspect.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. I don't know why I was blanking on it. But no, and then of course the fact that I really hope we see the Red Dagger again.
He's interesting.
Clearly the guy from that building.
Oh sure.
They're not even
But
pretending.
here's the thing. Here's the only issue is that if the dude's just working out in Pakistan, we'll never see him again.
No. It's like when Gail Simone creates a new character.
Yeah.
No.
Never.
Unless G. Willow Wilson brings him up, we're never seeing him again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about the book that we've all been waiting for. The book that makes Josh touch himself on a nightly basis.
Oh yeah.
The Vision.
The Vision.
The finale of
Oh, everything I
the
like.
most upsetting book around.
Everything I like
So-
about really this book has that ending was like you kind of had a feeling
That it was going to go that
that
route?
it was going to go that route, and they they worked it out really well, and it ended really nicely, and everything about this run has just been fantastic.
My only issue with it is the reveal of Viv being part of the champions.
Kind of
Has really neutered the tension I was feeling going into the end of the book, where I kind of figured they were all going to die.
yeah. Well, at the point we thought they all were, and then we were like, where does the champions take place?
Yeah.
But I really enjoy everything about this book, even though it crushed me to hear it. Just the whole thing with his wife.
Yeah.
And the
And
confession.
her drinking that hard water.
Yeah. And can we do the spoiler of?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
No. Let's. This is not a story. I don't care talking about a 1 week old episode of Walking Dead,
Okay.
but
Okay.
this is a story
Fair
that
enough.
I want people to collect in hardcover and then
Yeah,
read all at once.
it's a great read.
It is.
It's such a great read.
it is. It deserves your time, and I cannot wait for this all to be collected.
Yep.
It's such a great just view of that character. Whoever is doing these decisions in Marvel, with what they did with Squirrel Girl, what they did with Vision, what they did with Howard the Duck, it's like whoever's making these decisions are just doing a great job.
Yeah. So next up, we have another one-shot giving us the background of a character that we always enjoyed as like comic relief.
Driller the Killer.
Driller the Killer. We found out how he gets his nickname. And it is a heartbreaking story. Like, it's right up there with the Vision as just being really upsetting.
So here's the thing about Descender.
Watercolor.
Because I've been kind of wavering on Descender as the further we get into it. Because I think it's kind of lost its original promise. At least it did for me. And this issue kind of rejuvenated that. You know, Driller's origins, Driller and Scoops, and you know the conditions they had to work in. And I was actually really touched by their story in the middle,
Right?
where Scoops is like, I want to be something else, and Driller's like, that's stupid.
I'm a driller.
Yeah.
Why would I want to be anything else?
He's like, well, I'm going to be a medical bot. He's like, you can be a medical bot with your dumb robot hands. And I was really, really touched by that. And then, you know, of course it ends badly because we're in the
Horribly.
We're in the upsetting era of comics.
And we also find out the cause of the gas explosion that murdered every human on the mining colony, including, tying it back to the overall story, the parents
Yeah.
of the main robot kid.
Yeah. Yeah. So Descender's got earned some goodwill from me for at least its next couple of issues. But man, Descender was on the razor's edge of being dropped, and this issue saved it.
Well, let's finish up with the hilarious. If you've read Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, then you are in for a motherfucking treat with Jughead number 10. Jughead goes on a date with Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
So yeah.
And this is the Bride of Cthulhu.
No,
this is
that's the actual horror story.
This is good Sabrina. This is wacky teenage Sabrina. So here's what I liked about this issue is Sabrina and Jughead go on a date, and Jughead's a fucking weirdo. And the date doesn't go well, so Sabrina gets pissed, and she's like, well, I'm just going to use magic. And every time she casts a spell on Jughead, it works out in his favor.
Every time.
And I love...
She keeps trying to curse him to get back at him for ruining his
Then
life.
again, what's up with like Ryan Northman always having a good artist?
Oh, it's the same artist from Squirrel Girl. It's
Yes.
Erica Henderson. No. Oh, never mind.
No, it's
Never mind
not.
there. It's very Erica Henderson-ish.
Because the artist of Squirrel Girl is fantastic.
Yeah.
No, and the best thing is Ryan North has got such a great sense of humor that it really plays well to Jughead. Because the curses that Sabrina is like casting on him, like he has to raise his hand in every part of his class. Well, he knows all the answers. Okay, well I'm gonna fill his homework with worms and snakes, and the biology teacher's like, "Yo, we're gonna go start a new terrarium for all these critters."
And then I'm gonna make you hang out with Reggie. Oh, I guess they just broed out. This is the best moment. You ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna pull it up. Where she's like, I'm gonna make you
Previous.
be best friends with
'Cause-
Reggie. But then it turned into a Jughead Reggie friendship montage. Show that
Oh my
kid.
god, this is amazing.
It's really great, and you know Archie's been really killing it recently with all their books. I think are really great.
Yeah.
Except for like Betty and Veronica, which is
Still
maybe
hasn't come out.
Well, yeah, it's like the second issue.
We're still waiting on that. Adam Hughes should never be in charge of interiors.
He's like Jim Lee.
Unless he's already made it and he just stagger up the release.
Yeah, you're right. Jim Lee should never be responsible for interiors.
No. Not anymore.
Adam Hughes should stick to covers.
No, but, Jughead's phenomenal, and I love Ryan North a lot. I think he's tremendous, and he's really coming into his own as a writer. So, get him more books.
Yep.
DC, get him a humor book of some kind.
It's killing me that DC is still not trying to capitalize on the humor.
No humor books.
Marvel has expanded it. We've got Unbeatable Squirrel was starting it off.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck continued it.
Yeah.
Then we had so actually Superior Foes of Spider-Man was
Mostly funny.
That was
the predecessor of it. You have Patsy Walker, aka Hellcat.
Adorable and funny.
Totally Awesome Hulk teeters on is like half and half.
Yeah.
Superhero comedy, and then you now have the newly released Great Lakes Avengers.
How
which
is that?
That was amazing. I laughed multiple times out loud.
I need to pick that up.
Yes.
And I'm just surprised DC has the options for stuff like that. Make a Mixoplick book or whatever his name is.
Well, they have that 6-pack and what's his name, Hard Traveling Heroes.
Yeah,
book.
but those are played up as humor.
No, they're just books.
Yeah.
DC has such comedic depths to mine, and it just doesn't.
Yeah. Get Booster Gold and Blue Beetle into a comedy book together.
No, there's no time.
Anyway, let's move on. We got one more discussion topic before we wrap it up.
Can we briefly talk about the fact that we're going to see the end of Vine?
Yeah, Vine died.
All those fine millionaires are going to be broke.
What do you mean Vine
The
died?
social media app Vine
I don't understand.
that
What
makes 6-second videos.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's being shut down.
Oh, awesome.
Why would you want
I mean, I guess, but it's kind of sucks because Vine had some really interesting things going on.
Yeah, it really made people get creative with how to make a coherent 6-second film.
And then it's all gone.
Oh well, they'll find a new outlet.
So you know what else came out alongside Logan and the Switch trailer?
Yeah.
The teaser trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
Yes. So I went
It's a
back.
prequel.
I went back to confirm this because everyone's like they didn't show anything. I was like, well, Grand Theft Auto 5 didn't show anything either. Grand Theft Auto 5's teaser trailer showed
And
nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking nothing. It's just like, hey, come to the coast. So Red Dead showing nothing, par for the course.
That's what they always do. That's what their teaser trailer is.
I will say though, it is gorgeous.
Bruh.
I want to look at it again.
Okay. It's gonna have a. By the way, my favorite thing someone did was they took the Red Dead Redemption trailer, took out its own music, and put it up against Pony.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. Alright. It's the only way to watch it. Anyway, let's wrap it up with our final discussion topic.
Okay.
So, we've talked a lot about comics and a lot about video games. I thought we could merge the two.
Okay.
I forgot to talk about the Nintendo fiscal info.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. So, we now know that in terms of price, we don't know what it is yet, but we do know that they won't sell at a loss, but they are listening to what consumers are expecting to pay for it. But here's the interesting thing about Nintendo's fiscal setting, is that in an age where the PS4 and Xbox One are seeing dramatic rise in digital download sales, the Wii U and Nintendo digital download sales on all of its platforms down 30%,
Huh.
which is shocking. They also cut their forecast for the full year fiscal down. They said that Pokemon Go basically kept the entire company afloat this year because they hemorrhaged money on the Wii U and the 3DS, but Pokemon Go kept them up.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Net sales for the company were down 33% from the previous year. And they're only they reported a loss overall. So Nintendo lost money over the year. The only reason they didn't lose as much was because they sold the Seattle Mariners, their stake in the Seattle Mariners. Nintendo was the owner of the baseball team.
Weird.
And Pokemon Go. But it's not exactly surprising that they're down so bad because they've abandoned the Wii U.
Yeah.
So they basically were only running off of 3DS.
So this
profit.
Switch is a do or die.
That is the old rumor. So yeah, here's a list of games from last year in each quarter
Yeah.
to games this year.
Jesus.
Oh, I'll show you later. All right. Anyway, so back to the discussion topic. With Batman, with Rocksteady leaving Batman, Chris.
Yes.
You don't have to look up rest of
Ooh,
it.
Green
I'm
Arrow.
with you.
Are they going to do a Green Arrow
I'm
game?
listening.
No, that's not the question.
Oh.
It's a discussion topic. With Batman being done, unless someone else picks it up, which I'm assuming WB Montreal will, the people that made Origins, and other superhero games not existing
No.
anymore. When you really think about it, outside of mobile tie-ins,
Mm-hmm.
what superhero do you think is deserving of their own game, and what kind of game would it be? Because right now, Spider-Man is the one I'm
I
most
felt
hyped
like
for.
we discussed this
We have never discussed it.
briefly.
We talked about it when we were going to discuss it, and then we didn't have time during that show.
Good point.
So Doug, when he was
Doug's
here,
thrown
said
up the Daredevil game in an Assassin's Creed style.
Yep, with the Vision mode.
Yeah, which would be amazing.
So I agree with that. I also would think an Arrow game done in the Arkham City style
Yeah.
would also be fantastic. I think CW should just license an Arrowverse game and have that universe in game form. Flash, Supergirl, Arrow, The Legends of Tomorrow have their own game. Have it be a sandbox game with multiplayer. Done. But if I'm thinking just straight game, I would love an Iron Fist game.
Iron Fist would be fun.
An Iron Fist martial arts brawler.
I would like another
But
Marvel
done with-
Alliance-like game.
I would love an Ultimate Alliance Part 3.
Yeah, but no one else liked it, so.
Well, that's because Part 2 shit the bed.
Yeah, it really
Come on.
did.
Yeah.
I know. I played it with you. It did.
We were really so. You know what? It wasn't even that the story was bad. It was that they hyped up all the team attacks and they were the same game.
Mhm.
Same thing every time.
Yeah. It was like the same 5.
Yeah. It was like there was one where you turned into a ball and rolled over stuff. There was the whirlwind attack.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't talk about this game.
Anyway, it's very disappointing.
I don't know. I still think the Daredevil one would work really well.
Just reskin Arkham and put Daredevil in it.
There you go.
Just do it. It's fine. I think the brawlers are the easy. Are an easy.
Ooh, a Teen Titans multiplayer action game.
Yeah. Are an easy kind of pick. You know. I think if they really wanted to be kind of bold, someone needs to try to get Superman out.
I think Rocksteady would have been the ones to do it.
I mean, Superman is hard.
Here's the thing: that game Superman Returns had the right idea, just lacked the execution of it.
Ooh, a Wonder Woman game like God of War.
That would be amazing. Do it based it off the Cliff Chiang
Yeah,
style.
that would be ridiculous.
No, but do you remember Superman Returns?
The game.
It was the game where you didn't have a life bar.
Oh yeah, the city.
The city had a life bar because that's the way a Superman game should be played.
Yeah.
It just
You
kinda-
lose if you let too much destruction and loss of life.
But it was
happen.
really boring and
Yeah.
it kind of sucked.
because they had to tie it into the movie,
yeah.
which was boring and kind of
kinda
sucked.
sucked.
And then they went to they had Mogo on it and
Yeah, so I think if they took the Superman Returns idea, and implemented it with a team that actually gave a shit and wasn't confined to a movie tie-in launch schedule,
yeah.
because that was another thing that you knew was detrimental. They had to release it with the movie.
Yeah.
And it was releasing on 2 systems.
Yeah, it was last gen at that time and current gen. It was on PS2, Xbox, and 360.
Yeah.
So that also hurts it.
But it could work.
But I think it could work because you have a Superman that's invulnerable, but you can get knocked back. Because Superman gets knocked back a lot. He just
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily get hurt.
And then you put in some levolution.
Yeah.
Some destructibility. It could be something
You can
special.
also have a life meter and go up against magical threats that could hurt Superman.
Yeah.
There's lots of options.
Yeah, I think if a game studio is going to tackle another superhero, they have to be ballsy.
Ooh, what about a Constantine game like Devil May Cry?
I would actually prefer a Constantine game more like not a Telltale, but like a classic adventure style game.
In that,
Ooh,
in
yeah.
Just a dark, done in the graphical style of a Telltale game, but a darker, mature rated point and click game with a lot of actual investigation and combat.
That would be
modes.
fun.
but I don't think a straight Devil May Cry action game
How
would work.
fun would that be?
That would be. I think that would be more suited for like an Etrigan game, or
Yeah.
a Justice League Dark kind of game.
I would love a Justice League game. Anyway, so let's wrap it up.
Guillermo del Toro's working on it.
I'm Matt,
I'm Chris.
I'm Josh.
and next week we'll talk about all the other games that came out. Josh will just cream himself over Skyrim constantly.
Gonna talk about a game I've spent over 300 hours in that I'm probably gonna spend another 300
It's
hours
fine.
in.
I've spent way too much time on games before, so what are you
'Cause-
gonna do?
Elder Scrolls gets me, man. That's my soft spot.
It's your jam.
That's my jam.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you. Tune in next week at the normal Wednesday. Jacob, sorry again for the mix-up. Appreciate you popping in anyway, and everyone else with questions and comments. The interaction keeps it fun.
Let's go watch that Red Dead 2 thing.
Yep.
Also, if you only listen to the audio version, stay tuned for our bonus topic.
Bonus topic! What's the bonus topic?